Hi, this is Arden from 27 Collective. This is an overview of VOXEL 1.6 update, which releases today. So let's get into it and open the changelog. The first feature we're going to cover is conditional logic for filters. So this is a long-awaited feature, which is now available with this update. To showcase it, let's go to the VOXEL backend and edit one of our post types. And if you used VOXEL before, you are already familiar with conditional logic for fields. So when you click on a field, you can go to Conditional Logic tab, enable it, and then add conditions here. So this lets you create conditional logic between fields during post submission. With this update, conditional logic is now available for filters as well. So in a similar way, you click on a filter, go to the Conditional Logic tab, enable it, and then add your conditions. Let's go to the front end. So I have this search form here for this post type. We have a keyword filter here, and we have this work hours filter here, which filters businesses based on their open status. As a first simple example, we're going to show this work hours filter only if the user searches for VOXEL in the keyword filter. To do that, let's go to the backend and click on the work hours filter. Go to conditional logic and enable it. Let's select show if and add a condition. For this source, we're going to pick keywords, condition, contains, and here we're going to type VOXEL. Save changes. So you can see now the work hours filter is not showing, but if we search for VOXEL, the filter will appear now. Let's see another example. Reset the filters. Instead of typing a keyword, I'm now going to show the work hours filter only if a certain category is picked. So to do that, let's go back to the work hours filter, remove this condition, and add another one. And this time we're going to pick category, contains term, and we're going to type restaurants. Save changes. And now the work hours filter will show only if we pick restaurants category. So as you can see, enabling conditional logic for filters is pretty easy. Now our example did not make much sense, but in a real scenario, you could do something like, for example, when the user picks restaurants, you could have another filter to pick cuisine type or something. In some cases, conditional filters combined with conditional fields will avoid the need to create multiple post types for marginally different content. For example, if you are listing cars for sale and cars for rent on that site, instead of creating two different post types, you can create one single cars post type and then have a category or a taxonomy to categorize the cars further. So some of them will be for rent and some of them will be for sale. And then depending if the user picks for sale or for rent, you could create different filters for that purpose. For example, you could create a price filter for total price if the user is intending to buy a car, but you could create a rental price filter if the user is intending to rent a car. Let's go back to the changelog. So there are different rules available for different filter types. You have is empty, is not empty, contains terms, does not contain terms, equals, not equals, contains, is greater than, is less than, and so on. In addition to conditional logic for filters, this update also adds adaptive filters. Now, conditional filters are used to manually tailor the search form experience. So you manually set conditions when filters should be shown or hidden. But adaptive filters, on the other hand, adds faceted search functionality to VOXEL search forms and works largely automatically. Let's see an example of adaptive filters. So I'm going to edit the search form. Go to filters, find the category filter, and just to see it more clearly, I'm going to set the display mode inline, or we can also use buttons. And I'm going to add another filter for pricing range, and this one we're going to display as buttons. And let's drag it up here and save changes. We have two term filters, and we are now going to enable adaptive display mode for these two. Let's go to the post type editor, find the category filter, and enable adaptive display. And I'm going to do a similar thing for the pricing filter and save changes. Let's now reload the page. So what adaptive filters do is narrow down the choices in real time based on the searched query. They also display the number of results for that search query in that given term. This is not done just once when the page is loaded, but it's done in real time every time you perform a search. For example, if we search for table, we have only one result, and the choices are automatically narrowed down, and the count is updated to reflect the current searched query. Let's now pick nightlife, and you can see the price range filter is completely removed in this case automatically, because the only result available in this category does not have a price range set at all. So if we added this result and set a price range, let's now reload. You can see that price range is now displaying. Let's see another example. We're going to search for a keyword that we know does not return any results, for example, VOXEL. And you can see in this case, both the category and the price range filter are removed. Let's reset. Something to note about adaptive filters and faceted search in general is that as the user is free to create any combination of filters which you cannot predict, the evaluations have to be done in real time by the VOXEL search engine. So we have to check the database to see what options return results and then count the results on each individual option. This is a computationally expensive task, so it should be avoided on lower end hosting, and also should be avoided with very large data sets. Let's continue with the rest of the changelog. So next we have order by filter, new display mode. Let's see how it looks. So let's go to filters, find the order by filter. And the new display mode is post feed. So basically it teleports the filter from the search form to the top of the post feed here. And this is how it looks. Let's proceed. Stepper range filters added support for selecting post priority as data source. So now you can create a filter for priority. Date filter. You can now select the post publication date as data source. Search order added support for sorting results by time custom field. So this is a custom field we added in the recent update, and now you can create an order based on it. Added geolocation button control on the map. So this refers to this button here. There is already a button here, but there's an additional one on the map because sometimes this search form is not visible right away, for example in mobile. The next one is post dynamic data, added support for time zone fields. There's a task related to orders. So add a new keyword search for orders by product name, order ID, customer, vendor name. And here we have some feature requests and bug fixes that have been addressed with this update. Hope you enjoy this update. Some of these features are already showcased in various VOXEL demos, so if you want to check them out, check the example section in our website. Thanks for listening, and see you soon.